Once Tito Ortiz retires right here in Las Vegas at UFC 148, you will be the longest-serving veteran in the UFC. You made your debut all the way back on November 2nd, 2001. 19 fights, 2 world titles later. Here you are main eventing and fighting once again for the heavyweight title. How much of a role does all of that experience play into a fight of this magnitude?
I mean, obviously, you know, familiarity increases comfort and it allows you to become more accustomed to something. And so, you know, the fact, the media and the exposure and all the things pretty much outside the octagon, I think having the experience gives me an advantage. But obviously, once they shut the cage door, then it's all the same.
All right, well, as soon as Alistair Overeem was forced out of this fight, the campaign to get the title shot got underway in earnest for you. Certainly, you were the most deserving. The UFC felt that way. But you were definitely training for a different type of opponent in Cain Velasquez. Why were you so confident to step up, not just with the title on the line, but take on a decidedly different challenge here in Junior Dos Santos on short notice?
Well, I felt that obviously Dos Santos would be having to go through the same changes that I had to as far as a change in opponent. I felt that preparing for Cain Velasquez, I was preparing for a very tough opponent with great cardio, so I was already kind of gearing towards the 5 rounds. Plus, when we started the camp, I told my trainer, because we were facing Cain, and also because of the opportunity that someone can get hurt in training, I wanted to be prepared to step up. And so those gave me reason to be confident. As far as a different opponent, you know, obviously Dos Santos is the best boxer in the division, but Velasquez is a very good boxer also, so it wasn't like I was not boxing and not working on that aspect of my game. And also, I realized, too, I mean, the hardest thing, I think, to switch would be the right to left-handed. My opponent is still right-handed, fights left foot forward, whereas Dos Santos had to make that adjustment where I didn't, where now he was facing a right-handed kickboxer, now he's facing a left-handed, you know, a mixed artist.
All right, on UFC Primetime, Minotauro Nogueira, the Brazilian legend who you have knocked out and submitted, had this to say, and I quote, "I don't know why everybody worships this guy. His ground game is simple. It's only his attacks that are a little dangerous." Your thoughts?
I'm thinking something got lost in translation. Because it'd be like, you know, I got to tell you, if I'm rolling on the ground with somebody and they break my arm, they submit me, if you interview me about him, I'm going to say, man, that guy is really good. He was awesome. And it's not a humility thing so much as it's just like, so wait a minute, you say the guy sucks and he's simple, but he broke your arm. I want the guys that I face to be the best. I don't beat people because they're not very good. I didn't knock out Mirko Krokop because he's not good at stand-up. The guy is phenomenal at stand-up. You know, I didn't beat Roy Nelson because he's no good. Roy Nelson's an extraordinarily tough guy. Everybody I face is the best in the world. They're tough. They're hard to beat. I beat them because I was a little bit better. That's the way I look at it. I always laugh when guys sit there and they break people down and go, this guy sucks. I'm like, that's why you're going to win? Because he sucks? Not because you're good? Different mentality.
Frank, you talked yesterday and again today about already being in good conditioning. You talked about training to fight Cain Velasquez. You felt that would kind of be like the equivalent of a 5-round fight given his cardio. Now that you're in an actual 5-round fight, you may be physically prepared for that, but if you look at the statistics between you and Junior, a lot of your mutual success comes early. Submission attempts, knockouts. So is there also a component of your mindset and your camp that has you thinking you also need to be training for a 1-round fight?
No, absolutely. I mean, I think the difference is that, you know, like when I fought Nogueira, you can't sit there and go, okay, there's 3 rounds and cruise the first round and warm up like boxing. You know, you see championship boxing matches, guys have 12 rounds and you take the first round. Dos Santos, all his knockouts are in the first round. I don't think, have you knocked anybody out after first round?
I don't think so. Krokop.
Yeah, so I think all my submissions come in the first round too. So I realize that both of us are most dangerous in the first round. But I think because Junior's boxing, his power is not so much from his size. I mean, he's not a small individual by any means, but it's his speed, how fast he can throw his hands. And like all people, as a fight wears on, it's impossible to be just as fast as you were that first 2 minutes. Speed slows down. That's why he knocks people out in the first round. He has incredible speed and it's overwhelming, and I don't think people have time to adjust for it. So I know that the first round is actually more important than any other round in this fight.
I wanted to ask you, you have been considered as the best jiu-jitsu fighter on the heavyweight division. You are being not a Brazilian. Who has had more influence on your jiu-jitsu to so you have come to this level?
You know, honestly, I mean, as far as influence, I mean, obviously I've had great coaches. You know, Ricardo Perez and Sergio Pena, who I think is very famous in Brazil, was who gave me my black belt. You know, I trained now with Robert Drysdale, who's a Mundial and an Abu Dhabi champion. Ricky Lindell is also somebody I've traveled with grappling. But as far as inspirational figures that I look at and I watch, Nogueira is actually somebody that I studied. When I watched him fight Heath Herring, I think in 2001 when they fought for the first Pride belt, I wanted to be like Nogueira. I'm like, look, here's a heavyweight that can fight off his back and do submissions and movements. Somebody I watch now still to this day is Fabricio Verdum. Very long, tall heavyweight that you know, is able to do stuff off his back. Who I think, it's funny when people ask me if I'm the best jiu-jitsu guy in MMA, I don't agree with them. I think Verdum is much better than I am in jiu-jitsu. And if we were to have a match together, I'd hope to make it kickboxing.